Imperfect, dark diamonds are a lot less valuable than white stones. According to former Leviev employees, the company used that in its smuggling. The gems were said to be colored dark.
מה זה עושה כשטובלים את היהלום בתה?
נהיה שחור, מלוכלך כזה. אחר כך שותים אותו עם מים וחוזר לטבע.
אז בשביל מה לעשות את הפרוצדורה הזאת? כדי לתת אימפקט של אבן זולה?
כנראה או אבן מעובדת או אבן שלא שווה שום דבר.
עשית את זה הרבה?
המון עשיתי, לא רק קצת. אפילו פעם אחת ישבתי 36 שעות, זאת כאילו הספקתי.
36 שעות רצוף ישבת וטבלת יהלומים בתה?
כן.
The reporters talked to 6 different employees. According to Leviev, they are lying, terminated employees, all disgruntled. He also lets us know that the accusations have been investigated by law enforcement and have never resulted in prosecution. So what do we know about Lev Leviev so far? He is very wealthy, has contacts with Putin, Netanyahu, and Donald Trump. He holds shares in diamond companies that are accused of serious human rights violations. A group of companies that he is associated with have done business with dictators in Zimbabwe and North Korea. And former employees claim that Leviev's company used to smuggle diamonds and cash. We continue our investigation of the ties between Leviev and the Trump family. Leviev also owns a real estate business, Afi. That company used to be the owner of this building in central Manhattan, the former New York Times building.
Leviev, a few years ago, sold basically a slice of the former New York Times headquarters on West 43rd Street, just off Times Square, to Jared Kushner.
Jared Kushner is the husband of Ivanka, Donald Trump's daughter. And, just as his father-in-law, Kushner is a real estate mogul.
Kushner is pooling other people's money and buying existing apartment buildings, existing office buildings. He has, in the last few years, made some purchases of some extremely large buildings.
Jesse Drucker is a reporter for the New York Times. He writes mostly about dealings in real estate and about tycoons like Jared Kushner.
Kushner, I believe, has said that he has only met Leviev once, very briefly. He has claimed that they do not have a relationship.
But there are indeed ties between Jared Kushner and Leviev's daughter, Chagit. This Chagit Leviev is managing director of Afi in the United States. She is a friend of Jared and his wife, Ivanka Trump. Chagit Leviev is the one who sells the New York Times building to Jared Kushner. On Instagram, she writes,
"Proud to have made this amazing deal happen."
And there are more connections between Leviev and Kushner. Jared is a follower of Chabad, the movement of which Lev Leviev is the primary financier. And, just as Lev Leviev, Kushner also backs colonist organizations on the West Bank. In February, Jared and Ivanka attend the state visit by the Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu.
Israel must retain the overriding security control over the entire area west of the Jordan River, because if we don't, we know what will happen. Because otherwise, we'll get another radical Islamic terrorist state in the Palestinian areas, exploding the peace, exploding the Middle East.
Benjamin Netanyahu has known Jared Kushner for years. Netanyahu is a friend of Jared's parents. When Jared was a little boy, the Israeli Prime Minister would sometimes stay over at the Kushners. Netanyahu refers to that in this press conference.
Can I reveal, Jared, how long we've known you? Well, he was never small. He was always big. He was always tall. But I've known the president, and I've known his family and his team for a long time.
The Leviev family also has a direct connection with the Israeli Prime Minister. On the morning after Donald Trump's election victory, Leviev's daughter, Chagit, posted this message on Instagram.
Good morning to a new America. Congratulations to the most fabulous first daughter, Ivanka and Jared. Both of you were such an immense part of this historical election. Power couple. So exciting.
And power they get. Donald Trump has a special task in mind for Jared.
I'd love to have Jared helping us on deals with other nations and see if we can do peace in the Middle East and other things.
Donald Trump has referred to Jared Kushner as someone who is going to do peace in the Middle East. The fact that he's funding settlements would seem to obviously disqualify him from being a Middle East peace negotiator. But this is the Trump administration.